What is going on, everybody? My name is Michael Levan. Thank you so much for joining me today. And what I want to talk about is a topic that I've kind of seen come up a lot, especially in 2020 as we're moving into 2021. And this is developer advocacy or developer advocate, technical evangelist, anything with those types of titles, really. So, what does it actually mean? Well, the core is a developer advocate is somebody who works with the community, talks with developers, sees what those developers need in a product. So let's give an example. I don't know, let's say you're working with something in Azure and maybe you're working with a web app and you're like, you know what? I really want some native support for Go. So what would happen is, let's say you saw a bunch of people talking about this, whether it be on social media, whether it be on some type of forum or something like that, anything, or people are actually reaching out to, let's say, Microsoft or something and saying, hey, we really want this feature available. Well, a developer advocate's role is to work with the engineering teams, work with the product teams, and say, hey, you know what, we got a lot of requests here. A lot of people want to see this feature. What can we do to get it inside of the product? So that's one part one. Part two is the technical aspect. So you're giving a ton of demos, which means you're writing that code yourself, you're explaining it yourself. You're not a teacher, you're the mentor, you're the person that's saying, this is how you can do it hands-on. Here's how to do it. I'm literally showing you. You write blog posts, you do maybe YouTube videos like this, and then also, you're actually writing core code. And this is something that I think can differ between developer relations roles. So me, for example, I actually write core code. Like for example, for Octopus Deploy, I wrote the GitHub action for Octopus Deploy. The Terraform provider, I wrote some of the Go code. I was part of the team that was working on the provider for Terraform. So for example, I was in there writing production level Go code. Now, I feel like that's something that we don't see too much of, and I think that we should see more of it because really a developer advocate, they're a developer, they're an engineer at heart, they're somebody that should be technical, should be able to write production level code, or if coding's not your thing, you should be able to do production level infrastructure, you should be able to do some sort of production level engineering, and you should understand what's happening because otherwise, if you're not doing that, you're just another marketing person. You're really somebody, just going and talking to people and saying, hey, these are the cool things that are happening. And at the end of the day, developers get that enough, engineers get that enough. They get salespeople, they get marketers, they see all of these marketing things all over the place, all over the internet, saying, try this product, this and that, next thing. You don't want to be that. You want to be somebody that the developers can come to, you can voice their concerns, and you can actually understand what's happening with them. You can actually write the code, you can actually do the work. Because, like I said, otherwise, you're really just, another marketing person. So here are a few different tips that I have in terms of being a developer advocate, or if you want to get into a developer advocate role or a cloud advocate, technical evangelist, anything like that. Tip number one is going to be make sure you're still technical. You want to make sure that you're still writing code. You want to make sure that you're still doing some sort of engineering. You want to make sure that you're being hands-on because you don't want to be the person that you're just a marketer or you're just, the pretty face, so to speak. You want to actually be able to do the work and understand what people are asking for. If a developer comes to you and they say, hey, I'm really interested in X feature, you should be able to go to product and engineering and be like, hey, here's this feature that people are talking about. Maybe you can even give ideas on how this feature can be implemented. The second thing is you really need to want to help people. I don't think that you can be a technical evangelist, developer advocate, a cloud advocate if you don't like helping people, if you don't like interacting with people. So it's definitely going to be, a core thing is you're going to be doing demos, you're going to be doing talks, you're going to be writing blog posts. Really what you want to do is you want to take the knowledge in your head, the things that you learn, and share it with others. The third thing is, kind of get out of your comfort zone. So you may be advocating for one product, but the thing is about all products, they all tie in with something else. So for example, a lot of the advocacy that I do, it's not even around a specific product. It's around, how to use different products. So for example, if you take a look at maybe Octopus Deploy and they have containers, I do a lot of, hey, yeah, we have this container, but here's how you can create that container and spin up an environment in AWS and Azure using Terraform, using Python, using Go, using all of these different tools, applications, platforms to be able to work with Octopus Deploy. So really my reach, spreads out more so than others. So definitely make sure that you're staying up to date with different technologies and the things that people are using. I'm not talking about, the really popular things that everybody's talking about. I'm talking about the things that organizations are actually using, the platforms, the languages, the applications. The next is the not so technical aspect. So, when you're in this type of role, yeah, like you're technical, you're writing code and stuff, but like I said earlier, you are helping people, you're reaching out to people. So you got to be able to be customer focused. You got to have that customer first mindset. And it's not because like you're selling something, because you're not selling. That's not your job. Your job isn't to sell, your job isn't to market anything like that. Your job is to help developers and write code to help others. So, again, whether that's production level code, API examples, all of that stuff, but you do need to have something in mind where when you're working with customers, you have to understand, like, listen, this is what a customer wants. This is the type of feature that they want. You can definitely let them know, like, if they're going in the wrong direction or the right direction, and maybe, kind of gear them the right way, because you definitely don't want any of your customers to be going in the wrong direction. But, for example, if a customer is looking for a specific implementation, that's something that you should focus on. That should really be one of your core focuses. So let's wrap it up. We talked about number one, you gotta stay technical. Number two, you gotta like working with people. Number three, you gotta, want to be able to get out there and do demos and, write blog posts and actually help, the community. Number four, you got to make sure that, you put that customer first. You got to make sure that you care about, what the outcome is for the customer. And I think every engineer, should really care about that at the end of the day. Whether the customer, whether you're working internal IT and, the customer is your company, or you're, working for a software product and the customer is, whoever is buying it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about developer advocacy. Love to talk to you about it, and we'll see you again next time.